A lot of people ask us, how do I decide which course I should build first? We all have the big picture idea of what we want to teach to our market. We have all these ideas of, I want to build 10 courses, we're going to sell this course for this amount, we're going to sell this course for this amount, I'm going to bundle them all together. Oh my gosh, that is just stressful thinking about it. And while it's exciting, because the whole reason why you're thinking about it is because it's exciting to think about, I'm going to have this entire course library that I'm going to sell. But you have to start somewhere, and you can't sell it all at once. So today we're going to talk about exactly which course you should build first. Welcome to the eLearning Simplified YouTube channel. I'm Johnny Havey, one of the co-founders of eLearning Partners. And we built this channel, eLearning Simplified, to help you simplify your learning. We answer questions like this all the time, so that you can focus on providing amazing value to your learners and solving their biggest challenges. For being here today, we have a free giveaway for you. Link down below in the description of the video. We have our free MasterClass, which is all about helping you guarantee the success of your e-learning program, online course, or virtual training every time you want to build one. We go through a bunch of stuff in the MasterClass, and actually we're going to go through a couple of the things today. We're going to touch on them. And then if you want to dig even deeper, you're going to want to check out the MasterClass, because it's going to help you define exactly what you need to do when building your first, second, third, 10th, or 20th e-learning program. So let's dive in. So we have 3 questions for you to consider when deciding what you're going to build first. Number 1, and this is the most important. What do your learners want? Simple question. And while this is a simple question, people get it wrong all the time. What do your learners want? Well, here's what Apple does when they come out with a new product. They look at the market and they look at what are the biggest challenges their customers are facing, and then they take products that even have already been on the market, they fix the biggest challenges, and then they sell them. That's what they do. That's what these huge companies do. Same thing with education. What do your learners want to learn? A college can't sell a degree if the degree doesn't fulfill a need and answer a challenge. So what do your learners want? What are the biggest challenges that your learners are having? We actually go deep into this in our masterclass, like I said, so definitely check that out. Free instant access. But if you don't go there, that's fine. Just answer this question. What are your learners' biggest challenges? And then what you're going to do, is think about what your learners want, what are the biggest challenges, and really it's the biggest challenge. Whatever their biggest challenge is what you want to build your first course about. What is their biggest challenge? You identify that, you're going to have a successful course. Because whatever their biggest challenge is what your learners want. So that's point number 1, all about your learners. Number 2, you want to think about what content do you already have? Like, what content do you already have that's valuable that answers this biggest challenge? Why do we say this? Well, because if your learner's biggest challenge is something that you know nothing about, or you don't have any content about it, it's going to be really hard for you to provide a valuable course that's going to answer that challenge. So what you want to look at is, if you have like the top 3 to 5 biggest challenges of your learners identified, and the top one you have no content about, you know nothing about, you have no idea how to answer that, but the second one you do, well then skip the top one and go to the second one. Because it's low-hanging fruit. What content do you already have? What are you already known for in your space delivering? That's what you want to identify once you figure out the biggest challenge or challenges, is what content do you already have. And number 3, and this is extremely important as well, is you actually don't want to get too niche with your first course. And here's why. You don't want to get too niche or too narrow with your first course, because how this looks like from a marketing and sales perspective is if you have other products, other digital products, other mini courses, membership sites, just other digital products you want to sell, you don't want to have to keep identifying a completely new market to sell that course. So you actually want your first course to be broad within your niche. So yes, you want it to be within your niche, but not a niche within your niche. For example, our company, eLearning Partners, we are all about helping individuals and businesses build out e-learning programs from start to finish and simplifying the process. One of the biggest challenges that we see is people really struggle selling their courses once they have created them. And that's why people work with us, is because they want help building and selling their courses. The problem is, if we just focused our first course that we built on helping people selling courses, build courses and sell them, we would miss half of our market, because the other half of our market are organizations that build e-learning programs to distribute and engage employees, to distribute to employees and engage them and get them growth opportunities so they're more efficient at their work, automating different processes like onboarding and other processes that take a lot of time of internal trainers. So if we built a course all about how to sell your course, we would miss half our market. So we made our first course broader. It's still within the niche that we work in, but every single one of our clients has and will find value in our course. Every single one. It's still within our niche, but we're not segmenting it down. So now in the future, when we build more courses, and we already have some mini courses around selling courses, now we're going after a segment of the market that our bigger course is already applicable to. So now we're not actually marketing to a new market, we're marketing to a segment of our market that we're already serving with our first course. So there's some takeaways from these 3 points to make this easy to remember. Remember, think your niche, but not a segment of your niche or a niche within your niche. Just your niche, but think broad within your niche. So once you are able to identify the biggest challenge or challenges with content that you already have, so you're not having to start from scratch with anything to build your first course, and you've identified that it is a topic that your entire niche that you serve identifies with, so broad within your niche, you're probably wondering, how long should my course be? Well, your first course should be less than 10 hours. Less than 10 hours. And the reason for this is you don't want to take months and months and years building this massive course that is broad within your niche with all the content that you already have and addresses all the challenges that you never get it to market. Because your goal is to, as that big vision you have is, your goal is to sell them this course, and then once you've built that audience, layer in more digital products over time. So build a course that's 10 hours or less. A 1-hour course is even a good length for you to sell to your learners. But just remember that 10 hours or less. Remember these 3 main points. Biggest challenges, content you already have, broad within your niche, but within your niche. If you're interested in other e-learning simplified content, we launch more and more content every week. Definitely give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and check out that free masterclass. It's going to help you identify what the biggest challenges are and figure out who your learners are, who your PLPs are. We tell you all about what a PLP is. In that masterclass, you get instant access just by typing in your email. We'll see you in the next video.